Okay, we are at a great vista here where you can just see this is looking southeast. Again, normally you'd be able to see the Black Hills back there on the horizon, but today you can't. But you can get a real good view of what the Badlands looks like. All of the layers in here that you see are all depositional episodes. These are, they're pretty thin. Individual units, again, mainly silt with some clays and sandy material spread in there. And then if you notice on the very tops, all the way around this canyon, the rock is white. So it's kind of a pinkish color till you get to the cap, and then the cap is white, and then you get the grasses up above it. So that white cap is an ash layer, a volcanic ash. It's called the Rocky Ford ash. And if I remember correctly, it sourced out of volcanism in southern Colorado. So there's some volcanic centers south and kind of west of Pueblo, Colorado, and I believe that was the source of this ash. I'll look it up and put the correct source in the description down below in this video if it's other than what I just said now, but I think that's where it's sourced from. Okay, so right here, there's not a lot of color. It's all kind of that tan gray. You can, especially if it's wet and the sun angles are a little bit different, you can see distinct colors. There's browns, and there's this pink, and then there's red. And there's red horizons. In fact, looking out the valley out there, don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but there's a kind of a red horizon going through that butte out there. Those red units are ancient soils. So during this depositional time, the rivers would be flowing, the sediment would be deposited outside the rivers during floods, and then during periods where there was only river flow in the channel, then soils were developed outside the river channels. And then those soils got buried by subsequent depositional events and became an ancient soil buried in the record. We refer to those as a paleosol. Sol meaning soil, paleo meaning old or ancient, so an ancient soil. So essentially it's a fossil soil. And these things are very flat line. The Badlands have a dip maybe of 2 or 3 degrees, so virtually flat. And with the tremendous exposure, with all these gullies and valleys in here, individual beds, individual soil profiles are able to be tracked great distances throughout the Badlands. And so there's a great local stratigraphy or control on the sequence of beds that have been deposited out here. I will also put a link to a paper, a recent paper that really describes the sedimentology of the Badlands if you're interested, talking about all the individual episodes and depositional sequences and whatnot. That was published a few years ago in a Geological Society of America special proceedings from the Rocky Mountain section meeting that was held in Rapid City at South Dakota School of Mines a few years back. And so I'll put a link to that in the description down below as well. Well, I'm not as daring as I was 50 years ago, so I think I'm going to stop here. There you can see a stream channel winding its way down at the bottom down there. So a great place, beautiful, beautiful scenery. Even better if the rock is slightly damp and there's no smoke in the air. Definitely not a place where you want to trip. One of the things about the Badlands is that they're full of cedar trees. This is a western red cedar. And they're all over out here. All of those trees on that slope over there, probably 80 or 90% of them are cedars. So this is the White River Badlands. Beautiful formations, beautiful country, a lot of wildlife down here as well. So again, this is the first of probably 2 or 3 videos that we're going to be doing here at Badlands. So if you like this content and you know other people who have been to the Badlands or may have heard about it but never have been here, then give this thing a thumbs up and a share. Share it with them. Let them know that this content is out there. And if you haven't yet, I ask you that you subscribe, watch these videos, give them a thumbs up. It's really the best way, especially for me. So have fun. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the views. See ya.